These are ornamental grasses I planted a year ago. In the second year they came into that nice canopy. It's almost a purple. It's very pretty. I had one in the front bed, but it didn't make it over winter. And these hydrangea second year also. They're just stunning. They are absolutely beautiful. They've had a bit of frost, and you can see, oh, they're actually dry. Well, I guess that's frost. Yeah, light frost. Very pretty leaf color. And these ornamental grasses again, beautiful. We'll make our way around the back laneway here. With Hamish the dog. Apples are, well, there's a nice one there. Always the best fruit hanging high. I like to pluck that one. Make some cider out of it. I don't know if these ones on the ground here, there's enough of them to do a cider. And this tree really came back after it was trimmed back a year and a half ago. We opened up the laneway here again. I'm just amazed at how resilient these old apple trees are, because there wasn't a lot of limbs left on it, but it sure came back nice. Wow, what a change here in colors in the last week. Some of these leaves are already down. Last year we had a really late fall, beautiful colors for 3 weeks. And these trees are already getting stripped. A few cold nights, mornings, and some wind. And the color will disappear quickly. Here's my paper birch sap tree. Try that again. That was pretty good. I guess today was the first day of hunting. Didn't hear any guns going off. Lots of geese movement. Calls and flocks. And I have been flocking for quite a few weeks now. You see the citrus trees. They always have a neat color on them. Okay, Hamish, let's go back. I put some ribs on for tonight. I guess it's normally a weekend dinner, but it's midweek ribs I found in the bottom of the freezer, probably from 2 years ago. There's a baby mushroom there. Almost look like a chanterelle. No spores going here. It'll be nice. There's some chanterelles here. Close by, I didn't see any anywhere this year. Not one. That's a record. That's what happens in a drought summer. You just need a couple of good rainfalls a week, even one. To get the mushrooms going. Oh, I hear something in there. Hamish is probably on some animal in there. He's got to be careful. That's where we stacked all the trees we took down here from the hurricane and away from the machinery. You be careful in there, Hamish. Don't go chasing any skunks or foxes. The machinery still left. Not much of it. We got rid of it all in the spring, most of it. Balers, grain harvesters, old cutters, old rakes. This is my cousin's tractor. He's storing it here. We have the same one, but it's been completely restored to drive out factory condition, painted. We should really give it a good wash. This is a couple years newer than the one we have. International harvester. Smaller tractor, but seems to have been very reliable here for this size of farm. I think it was the right tractor for my uncle. Anyway, there's pictures of me on that, 4 years old. Here's some of the cut grass from the farm fields here. First one, or yard field, I guess. This was pasture area. And there was a big barn behind me. Hey, look at that pine tree changing color. Wow. I don't think they're supposed to change color. Let's just hope it's not dying. That's a beauty. There's another one in behind it, and a blue spruce, couple of blue sprucers. They are enormous trees. And here's what's left of the combine harvester. They couldn't get it in the scrap metal trailer, so they left it for the next run. We're keeping this rake here. I'll paint and fix it up. I wouldn't want to guess how old that is. My grandfather no doubt sat there. So did my uncles on that seat. I wonder if we could put that seat on our tractor. We're having problems with the seat. It doesn't want to stay on. And my brother's cutting the lawns here. He does not want to stay on. Oh, I got too many things on my arms here. Camera, binoculars. And here is a spike harrow. Hardly used. And that's the bonnet off my cousin's Morris Minor. You can see the emblem there, you can see the ornament. Morris Minor. I remember driving in those cars. It was a lot of fun. He had two. You had two, Hamish. One isn't good enough. You need a parts car when you got old cars. So we'll see if anybody's interested in that. Spike harrows. Surprised because it's in good shape. It just needs 2 new tires and she's good to go. Even after all that rain, this pasture area here is still very dry. It's a well-draining soil here, lots of sand in it. Oh boy, that was kind of silly putting these camera. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I don't normally take my camera with me anymore, but it's always when you don't have it, you get a cool bird. You can't get a picture of it. Can't get a decent shot. A little cooler today. We put the wood stove on this morning. It was about 7 degrees. And we got up to about a high of 12. So I got to get a load of wood in here. I have to get a load of wood in. Right here. And hallelujah, we can finally have a fire this weekend. I'll all be down at the cottage. Got a radio contest. California QSO Party, which I've participated in several times when I lived in Toronto. With my club station there once, and my home station. So we'll see what we can do this year. Last year I forgot about it. I thought it was a week later. It's always the first weekend in October. Here's our wood supply. The wood splitter had to go in for service after I said it was working so well. Of course I went and tipped it up, horizontal or vertical. And when I went to check the oil, it seemed fine. And when I put it back down horizontal, it started huffing and puffing and choking and smoking it. I turned it off and got it in last Friday to the shop, so I haven't heard anything, and I don't like to call and be pushy. Be the pushy guy from Ontario. So I'm sure it's fine. Just would need to clean it all out, clean the engine out, and get a new filter. And change the oil. It's well over 10 hours use on it in 2 years. So hopefully I can get that tomorrow or Friday. And they did quite a bit of work here on the field. They put some heavy duty equipment after 3 or 4 times they were in there digging it up where the potatoes were. And it looks like they finally planted again. Unless they planted earlier and decided it wasn't enough. And decided to overseed or overplant. I guess that's possible. And the fire pit hasn't changed since the last time I sat here. But this time next week, or this weekend, maybe even, well, I'm going into town tomorrow probably. Definitely Friday we'll get a burn on it. Friday or the weekend. We'll get this wood cleared out of here, get a nice fire going. And there is our split wood. It was right here. Now we've got the back of the wood crib. It's very dry. I've ordered up a wood meter just to see how moist the wood is. I think you burn it, it's less than 20% moisture. And we figure it's a couple of cords of wood we split. All good to go for winter. And then we've ordered 2 cords of wood, which is in here under that gray tarp. And then we've got last year's wood, which we processed up. And there's some in our shed. So I'm thinking maybe 1 more cord of wood to get us to 5, just in case we have a brutal winter. We don't want that, but if it comes, at least we're prepared. Well, since the last time I came up here, the winter wheat has been sown, and it's come in quite nice. It's funny how this field grows initially quicker than the front farm fields near the farmhouse. There's nowhere near this type of growth. So we will walk to the second trail system. There is some, you can't see it here, but I'll get it on the way back. There's some decoys set up for hunting. About 8 geese. They fooled me when I first came in. Look pretty realistic. And I haven't heard any geese come over the farm property in the last 2 days. Once the guns start going off, they seem to know. Just steer clear. So we'll make our way to the second trail system. You can see the soybean here. I just counted them. About 15 to 17 beans on these little stalks. And I would say this field is not going to get any more greener. It's basically stopped. Well, they're still pushing out little pods. I would think it would be coming in the next couple of weeks. Probably won't take it in nice and dry. The next rain isn't until another couple of days. This is the very last farm field. It was corn last year, soybean this year, and next year it will probably rotate into, well, potatoes. I haven't had potatoes back here, I don't think. So So who knows? Soybean seems to be the go-to crop. I don't think they put corn back in here again. And this one may go to winter wheat next year when it comes out, but it'd be sitting fallow for a while. Maybe it has to rest. Look at the back end of the second trail. We had a rough grouse flush. Hamish flushed him behind me. He was squawking. I thought it was a red squirrel. It's a high-pitched call, alarm call, I guess. And Hamish probably was right on him, could smell him, right in there and flushed him out. It's a lot of rough grouse on this property. I guess there is everywhere here, but this is pretty much untouched. Settler days, these woodlots that we have, almost 100 acres. So I like to get some more upland birds. We've had ringneck pheasants the last 3 years, which are really pretty birds. They're definitely exotic and they've been introduced. And last summer we had the gray partridge show up in the farmyard. He was with crows in the front orchard. And I saw just after that somebody had posted seeing about 15 just south of us. So they do tend to be in larger groups, I would think. Hungarian gray partridge. And you can see the ferns have died off. Yeah, they've gone for another year. Doesn't take long, I guess, a few cool nights. And they're done. Might just get that rough grouse back here, but I doubt it. There's always a couple in here. They seem to like to be along edges of trails and fields. For protection, I guess. They can flee from a predator. It's a pretty color of fern, isn't it? I'll have to get one of those battery-powered mini saws just for the trail. I'll take it in here now. I can't bring my truck back here with the winter wheat in. So I have to hoof it in. Now it's just good exercise for me. This will go on right until next year. We'll be doing this. I had a bit of a break there, and Hamish was getting good exercise. He was up to 114 pounds. And the vet wanted to see him about 100. And I don't think he looked overweight. He's a very big Labrador. The chocolates and, well, he's a silver. He seemed to carry it well, but I got him down to 107. I haven't weighed him in now for a couple of months. So I have to take him in just to see. Hopefully he hasn't gained it back. I don't think so. This is where we had the grouse. In here behind me. He was annoyed I was sitting here. And Hamish smelled them out. And I'll take a little stop here. It's slowed down considerably. I thought that the brown creeper had gone, but it came up. It was calling here. And eastern wood peewee is long gone. At least 3 weeks they've been gone. So it's going to quiet down now and the finches will move in. Want to take a look at those geese when we go back? Hey, you didn't know what to make of them. You didn't charge them, which was good. You waited. And I didn't give you the call to go hunt. So you waited. That was good, Hamish. We don't want you running out there scaring the real geese off. Haven't been in our front field yet. They normally come in there. But it's funny how the guns start going off. I've only heard three shotgun blasts. And they were muffled. And they're fairly close to the farmhouse. So I think the geese have moved on, but there was a month of just flocks of over 100 passing by, and there was a cackling goose in there. A couple of times. One day I got it 5 times, but I should have got a picture of it, I guess. Not recordings, but as we sit here and take in nature, it's a beautiful fall day, first week of October. Thanksgiving is next week. We'll slowly make our way back to the farmhouse, and I might get some more woodwork done. We need to get that wood off the ground and on the pallets. And we did split up 2 cords of wood, which I think I put in the last video. Which I had, I think, almost 8 trees. We got 2 cords of wood, mature maples, and paper birch and yellow birch. There is a very large yellow birch right here. You can see well, I thought it was dying a few years ago. It's definitely come back. You can see the base of it there. I'm just shocked that it came back from that type of deterioration on the base, but it got its foliage back, which was really surprising. And there's another one quite near it. They're quite valuable, apparently. I didn't know that. I guess it's an excellent burning wood, and I guess you can make furniture out of it. Okay, Hamish, I think it's good. We will move on and back to the farmhouse, eh? Get you a drink. I can tell you're thirsty. Decoys there, they look pretty realistic. Winter wheat is coming in nicely in this back field. Got some rain, that makes a big difference. It makes a big difference on a dry summer. Just isn't sure which way we're going. In the trail system and hope he doesn't flush a skunk. You know where you're going. Good boy, Hamish. You lead the way. Well, we're on the shore tonight, doing some bass fishing. It's a full moon, a super moon. We got high tide in about an hour, and had a few small bites. Nothing big yet. We'll stay. Let's see, it started at 21 degrees Celsius here, and this is October the 6th. Water is about 14 Celsius. This is just below 60 Fahrenheit, so it's really cooled off in the water. But the air is warm tonight, and it's south winds, so it is quite nice here. And the moon bay here, moon ocean, moon strait, absolutely beautiful. Oh, we got some action on one of the rods there. Bells are going off. See it there. Could be lobsters or crabs. I don't know. This is a hot spot here. I check my lines usually about every 15 minutes using mackerel for bait. At the buffalo ranch here, Milltown Cross. You got some young buffaloes there. Can't say Hamish has ever seen buffaloes before. I hope I'm out of this pen, otherwise I'm in big trouble. Cup, 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 cup. Man, they are big beasts. They are big beasts. They'll protect their young. The size of the shoulders on that one. Beautiful day again. 7th of October. This big beast is getting up. I'm going to investigate. I think that's it. We're in St. Mary's Bay doing some retrieval training with Hamish. Hamish, look, look. Kick with your hinds. Good boy, Hamish. Good dog. Good doggy. Okay. You drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Good dog. You get a treat. Hey? You click and mark that. Hey? Good dog, Hamish. You're a natural retriever. You're a beautiful boy. Good retrieval, Hamish. Here is our wood update. So this shed is full. It's about 4 good rows in there. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 I guess. And it's stacked. We can get a little more, but I'm not going to push it. I don't want any all over situations. And then we come over here. And we figure in total, right now we've got about 4.5 cords of wood. This is all stacked. It's going to be tarp. We got a major rainstorm coming in tomorrow. It's beautifully high, hot winds here. High 20s. So it'll be in the high 70s, low 80s Fahrenheit. And that's the rest of the wood that has to be used up first. That's 2-year-old wood. This has got to be cleaned up. There's a lot of good kindling in that. So our task is to put a tarp over the top of this, get it ready for the rain tomorrow. And there's Hamish. He's heading up into the shore retrieving. He had a good walk first thing. Now he's chomping on some of my wood. Hey, you like your wood? You clean your teeth? You gotta get off that tarp, Hamish, because I gotta put it on the wood pile here and it's pretty windy. I might need your help. Are you up for it, boy? Okay, stand by. Just visiting some old family monuments. Their portage. Beautiful fall conditions here. Hamish is at the top of the hill there. He's going back to the farmhouse. So, another week has come and gone. I'll say goodbye and wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving weekend. From Campbell Woods. Over and out.